Alone in the Dark, the remake, was due for release for the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3 and the PC. There is no concrete information as to when this game was due for release. The footage that you are being shown is from leaked footage from a game designer who used to work at Eden Games, the developer behind the remake of Alone in the Dark. It is rumoured that Alone in the Dark, the remake, was due for release in 2012, marking the 20th anniversary of the first Alone in the Dark game. By all accounts, the remake would have heavy emphasis on atmosphere, puzzles and quick time events. The remake would also be set in the same time period as the original game, in the early 1920s. The remake is using the same game engine that was used in the 2008 iteration of Alone in the Dark. The game engine enhancements included much improved texture mapping, enhanced lighting effects and also given the ability to improve character animation. It's a real shame that this game got cancelled. By the looks of things, the gameplay looked very promising. Although the gameplay footage is quite rough and certainly unfinished, they were certainly going in the right direction at Eden Games. The game has a very nice art style, and by the looks of things it was going to stick to the tradition of the old school survival horror gameplay by using fixed camera angles, which is certainly missing from survival horror games these days. The developers at Eden Games are certainly a talented bunch. While some people may consider Alone in the Dark 2008 to be quite a mediocre affair, I quite enjoyed that particular game. It certainly tried to do too much and was a little bit too ambitious for the developers, but it showed a lot of promise. The remake is simply sticking to its roots. It's not appealing to loads of various different demographics, and it's a real shame that we won't ever see Eden Games working on this property again. They closed down in 2013 along with Atari with their bankruptcy. Eden Games have reopened their studio again as an independent developer, so they are no longer associated with Atari, which is a real shame because this game looked very promising. But alas, it's one of those games that was never meant to be and will forever remain cancelled.